Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays here on Twitch TV. And for Last Minute Continue, how are you doing, everybody? Yes, it's Friday! Yay! When do you know it? On this Friday, it's gonna be completely different to what everyone else is doing this Friday, being that it's March 3rd, 2017. Yes, I've just dated this video. And or dated this stream and whatnot, because everybody is doing one thing. Everybody's doing one thing right now, and that's playing these. No, I'm not meaning the case. I'm talking about what's inside the case. The Nintendo Switch. Yes, everybody's playing it. Everybody and their grandmother is probably playing it. Me, on the other hand, I want to play some goddamn Rocket Knight Adventures, damn it. So yeah, Rocket Knight Adventures, a game I have been wanting to play for Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays for a long time. Ever since I actually wanted to do streaming, I wanted to do Rocket Knight Adventures for the Mega Drive, or if you're in the US, Genesis. But nah, Mega Drive. Mega Drive. So, Rocket Knight Adventures was in the wake of Animal Mascot games, you know, released after the wake of Sonic the Hedgehog became a thing, back in 1993, in fact. And we are going to play some Rocket Knight Adventures and going to show you off how awesome it is, how absolutely awesome it is. So, but before we do that, we need to do something on the Konami screen. Yes, it's kind of weird. Yes, and get your obligatory F Konami here, because granted, this is back when Konami was awesome back in the day. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. Right, so what we're gonna do is, once it gets to the Konami screen, we're gonna punch in a code, okay, to show off what this game has, you know, available to it. Of course, this is all demos and stuff like that that's being played, which, ironically enough, you can do your own demos and whatnot. But when the Konami logo comes up, it's coming up now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Boom! So yeah, 4 left, 4 right, 7 left, 1 right, 1 left does something in the options screen. In the options menu, we go to the options menu. Of course, I'm gonna change my controller setup to this ABB or ABC jump attack attack, because I feel that's the better option and whatnot. But the level is what's interesting. When you put in that code, you're automatically set to easy, which doesn't get you the true ending of the game. If you play on easy, you don't get the true ending. If you play on hard, you do get the true ending. But once you beat hard, you get a code which unlocks very hard. But that wasn't the code that we inputted. The code that we inputted is the code that you get after beating very hard, which is crazy hard. And ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that, you know, Dark Souls or anything like that was just like one of these, you know, think of just the hardest game you can think of, the hardest game that you've played, and forget that, because this is the hardest game ever played. Because this game on this mode, crazy hard, is nigh on impossible. Nigh on impossible. And I just want to emphasize that, truly. I did beat very hard. Legitimately, I did beat very hard. But that was a lot. A lot had to be, you know, dealt with and whatnot. But I am never, in my life, ever going to complete this game on crazy hard. And on crazy hard, you don't really get that much of a reward. I've seen the reward. I've seen someone else beat it. Ironically, it's kind of weird. But anyway, for the purpose of this playthrough of Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays, this long playthrough, shall we say, we're going to be playing it on hard. Good old-fashioned hard. Not normal, apparently. It's like, there's no normal setting. There's easy, hard, very hard, or crazy hard. No normal, apparently. Normal is not a thing in Rocket Knight Adventures. Anyway, so now that we got set to hard, we'll just exit back to the title screen. Rocket Knight Adventures! Ding! And let's go. And this is our opening cutscene for the Western version, but there was something extra in the Japanese version. There's some things taken out of the international versions of the game, like little mini cutscenes and whatnot. But we're off to stage 1. I like that little jingle. little jingle. Right. So like I said, okay. I got some issues with my controller at the moment. Hold on a second. B's unresponsive, A's unresponsive. Okay, sorry. Going to have to check something. Jesus, please. Oh dear. What a great way to start the show, eh? There we go. That's it better. So yes, the plot of Rocket Knight Adventures is you are Sparkster, a Rocket Knight, who's an opossum, not a possum, and you have a rocket pack and a sword. Bloody amazing! There we go. And of course, you're going up against an army of pigs. Now, if obviously for people who have seen my earlier playthrough of the Xbox Live Arcade PlayStation Network game Rocket Knight, yeah, you kind of like get an idea of what Rocket Knight Adventures is all about. So obviously you've already seen the demo for this. There we go, that destroys it. Go down here. And then just take care of it. Boom! That's that mini boss done. And look at this. This is a very unique item here. Wonder what this does. Woo! Oh, so awesome! Flying around on my rocket pack. You can't top that! Of course, one person that appreciates Rocket Knight Adventures as much as I do is that of, well, formerly the Happy Video Game Nerd, but now he's, Christ, I can't remember his real name now, but he does a series called, well, his channel is now called Stop Skeletons from Fighting. So SSFF, double S, double F. But yeah. So, I think. But yeah, back to me talking about crazy mode again. Like I said, everything kills you in one hit. It's ridiculous. Make sure that you don't get hit by the fireballs. There we go. Fairly simple if you know what the pattern is. Of course, you know, of course, I know what the pattern is because I've played this game for decades. So yes, you hold down the attack button to charge your rocket pack. Which I didn't really find as a nuisance, really, myself. And of course, with Sparkster, you can either shoot up directly above, but when you eventually run out of rocket boost, you go into a free fall, which you have no control over. Which obviously has, you know, it's kind of like a charm for acting. Right, so we got this bit here. A little bit annoying. In fact, this is the boss for this level. So you have to hit the head, obviously. And then got this section here. There we go. That's that taken care of. And then you get these moments where it fades to white, and then it takes you to the clear screen, and it totals up your points of, you know, the clear bonus, and your life, your remaining life is calculated into points as well. And then try next area. More plot. So that guy there is Axel Gear, the main antagonist, really, of the series. Like massive rival to Sparkster, as I've talked about in Rocket Knight. Well, of course, this game's just way better. So we got blown away by Axel's ship. And now we move on to stage 2. And we're good. Just carry on. Another mini boss, shall we say? So you can't go wrong with having to deal with any of the bosses, really. It's like if you know where the weak spot is, you go for it. Now, this section here, that's the best way of taking care of that section. So these jewels here that gives you points. Points obviously accumulate to, you know, if you got if you reach certain thresholds, you can get bonus, like extra lives and whatnot, which are called rests in this game. It's like rest times whatever. Nice little mechanic here of background, foreground manipulation, which I found very cool. And here's another mini boss. And guess where it's Now, of course, you could charge. You can charge your attack if you wanted to do that. Back. There we go. That took care of that. And some apples to replenish your health. I think the spikes, if you didn't have invincibility frames, the spikes are instant death. I think those spike things. Anyway, so we got this section here. Little swimming. Apparently, Sparkster can. Sparkster can swim, no problem, in water with his armor. Not very good with my boosts and whatnot. This section here is fairly simple. Now this bit here of this stage, and of course this is all kind of like scenes in one stage and whatnot. So this one's a little difficult. So you see yourself jumping up and whatnot. And then you see these exclamation marks. You have to duck in order to not jump. Make sure that the bombs don't hit you. And of course, one of the aspects of how awesome Rocket Knight Adventures was is that you had a projectile from your sword that, you know, didn't go away if you ever got hit or anything like that. Well, here we go. Off to the end. Right. So just make sure to keep ducking throughout there, and then you got these sections here. The carts slowing down. And back to this. And these pigs are just coming from one direction, so it's very easy to just take them out. Fairly simple. I think it's automated anyway. Like, it's not a certain amount of... Nope, just going through the chicken coop. And we got this next section here. And this is the essentially the only time in the game where the music just cuts out. And you can stay here for a while. And really take in the silence as this chicken is just flying around you. Okay, Sparkster. Okay, we'll go. Ah, thing. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, this is a multi-phase boss, this one. Like I said, it's a boss. So, when you hit him with your sword, it actually hurts more, apparently. You could do a boost attack. There we go. That boost attack obviously helped. Now we got the next section up. Very simple. Boom! Done. You can't go wrong. And then just jump heroically! And then keep your meter charged so that way it looks cool. There we go. So yeah, I haven't seen anyone in chat yet. If you're in the Twitch chat, you're more than welcome to make your presence known. Right, stage 3. This one's a very unique one. It's this crystal cave as such. And that red stuff is lava, of course, because we're in a mountain. It's an active volcano as such. And you have to be careful. Because it's one touch and you're dead. And you got this section here where something in the foreground is obstructing your view of the background. So you need to use the reflection of the lava, or, well, kind of lava, to kind of like judge where you are. There we go. Just take your time. Getting through this section. And then you got this last section here. Boom. Right through the door. And you're good. And then it leads you to this split. Which doesn't make any sense, but hey, never mind. It's a platformer! Yeah, it doesn't have to be realistic. So yeah. Boost, use the boost to get through! Overuse memes! There we go. Yeah, so just be careful of the spikes. Because they do damage, but of course, when you play on easy or normal, or easy or hard, it's not too bad. But on higher difficulties, they hurt a lot more, trust me. Especially on the highest! So, how I usually go about is I use the boost to try to take care of this. And you got 2 claws here. One's kind of like acting as a shield, and the other has been an attacking one. best to obviously attack the cockpit just as you know, that attacking claw's trying to get you. And if you take out both claws before you took out the cockpit, he'll start emanating kind of like these bubbles. Fucking bubbles! Ah, there we go. I was gonna say it was taking a while to take care of it. Oh, we got there. So yes, I'd like to obviously say that it's awesome to be able to play Rocket Knight Adventures for you guys. Thanks to the Elgato Game Capture HD. Without it, I would not be able to play Rocket Knight Adventures. A very expensive piece of equipment, but it does the job if you know how to set it up. And trust me, it took me a hell of a long time to get this bloody thing to set up, so... yeah. We had that sub-boss earlier. Now we're coming up to the actual stage boss. It's a lava fish. Lava fish. Lava fish. So yeah, you got these platforms. And they fall down. Take care of these. To do damage on the fish, you have to take care of the pilot. That's another pig, of course. There we go. First, when you know what to, when you know how to play this game, you kind of know how to beat it. Obviously, you know where to stand. It takes me about three rotations of kind of like, or 3 phases essentially to beat this boss. I think you can do it in 2 if you're lucky. If you're really in the right spot when taking care of the thing. There we go. I was trying to jump into a cool move, but couldn't time it in time. I got full life for that as well. So, full life bonus. Yes. But yeah, how I got a hold of Rocket Knight Adventures is kind of a weird thing. I got through I think it was like a cousin, like a family cousin. Who was getting rid of his Mega Drive stuff, and this was during the time when I just only got a Mega Drive, and this was like back in 96, 97, 98 time, roughly around that time frame. So I was late in the game, and one of the games that was part of this hand-me-down essentially was Rocket Knight Adventures, and I just love it. Yeah, I mean, I loved Sonic already, so I kind of like instantly just grew to this one because it was just a new concept. Now, of course, here I'm dealing with this boss, or yeah, I say boss, more like an annoyance, and yeah, and you just have to deflect the bombs. Ah, dang it. Ah, god damn it. So yeah, every time we get hit by barrel. Ah, ah no! Didn't mean to do that. Rookie mistake on my part. There we go. So yeah, you just have to do a single swipe. And then you have to land on this nose. Jump over here. Jump onto these beams. Take care of these bombs. Get the extra life there. Easy enough. With this one, don't ah, dang. There we go. That was easy. Yeah, you don't rocket into that mini boss. There's a lot of mini bosses in this. And each with their own kind of like strategies. Now there we go. Now we're back into the. Back in the ship. Now we have to take care of more of the pig armada. Our health, well, most of our health back there. Right, now we're into the boss. And it's a robotic replicant. So yeah, it's just shaking around. Oh, that was easy. Now we just have to take care. There we go. Done. I was gonna say that took me a lot. That took a lot harder last time. Yeah, it's like I guess I wasn't close enough to the core to, you know, do those swipes to damage it more. But yeah, there we go. Oh boy. Try next area. Whew. We're getting through this quite quickly, like. Now they escape. Axel Gear with the princess. And Sparkster's on the move. Back into flying into danger. Look at how awesome that concept art is. Look at how awesome that art is. Fucking awesome. Same for the sprite work as well. Oh dang it. hit there. Oh dear. Yeah, these free flying sections were just so awesome. Like, obviously, it took so many aspects off, you know, of like platforming, shmup, well, hack and slash, I suppose, as well. You know, just combine them all into one. Nice little joke there. It's like, we've run out of missiles, sir. Like, oh, have you now? And now we got this mech. Dang it. Dang it. Whoops. Another life gone. I have to start the whole thing again. My fault. My fault. Wasn't being careful enough. Also, make sure don't attack the missiles at this section here, because that'll slow down the game. Because these can't be destroyed in any way, shape, or form. Remember the pattern? You know what to do. Alright, so that's that section done. Now remember not to get hit by... here. Oh jeez. Get in there. After taking the guy's shields. Go in, slash, slash, slash. And then he comes back. Go in there, slash, slash, slash. Before he does anything, and boom. Done. Done, son. Boom! Oh dear, excuse me. So, you got these enemies here. They actually, if you run into them whatsoever, they will kill you instantly. So it's best to make sure you can escape their kind of like, you know, attack as such. There we go. Wait here instead of going into the teleport. You get points for that, which could be handy. Alright, next section. Kind of like a mini boss. Yes, this is kind of like a mini boss. Just a race to get up. Just make sure that you don't get squished. barely make it a couple of times. So if you do the ricochet move at the right point, you can get up there quite easily. Right, so this one's a new section and a new mechanic to learn. You got these kind of like propeller platforms, each with their own set of arrows. One for ascending, one for descending. Very simple. So that gives you an idea of how and what to do in the next scene. And then you've got jewels to collect while on the go. So. Yeah, there was an extra life there, but couldn't time that well. Yeah, and make sure do not touch those spikes. Whatever you do, they are instant death. There we go. That's the end of that scene. There was 2 ways of doing that. Like two pathways, but I think the upward pathway had more rewards. So risk for a reward, essentially. Now, charge your rocket, go, and get away because Axel Gear is in this big giant robot mech. So he chases you to get into your own giant robo pig mech and fight! And you attack with your attack button. Ah, dang. You have to bait him into swinging first. Because he'll start baiting you in. There we go. Boom! Done. Simple enough. Simple as that. Although, granted, when I was a kid, when I was first playing that section, it was like, yeah, I got beaten quite a number of times. And look at that serious Sparkster face. So there we go. Onward. We found the princess, and the emperor of the pigs, the pig emperor, he's escaped. At least we rescued the princess. It's like, oh no! The top of the castle launched. Now you see, the rockets, it's all magic, you see. So the princess gives Sparkster the magical ability to rocket out of the atmosphere and into space. So now we have a space shooter level. So awesome! And this is just like one massive scene here with multiple kind of like waves. now we're in an asteroid field. And you got these fake asteroids that have rocket propellers on the back of them, with and their holes would launch. The holes that they have will launch like mini missiles. Which can be a little hot, yeah, a little bit of a hurt. So here's our mini boss for takes care of that. Now we're trying to aim for asteroids in these sections. Nope. Because asteroids would actually produce apples. Axel Gear with the massive fucking laser there. Ah, dang it. Okay, damage. There we go. There goes Axel Gear. Damn it! Alright, so now we're on to the boss, and I've only got half a heart left, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, we're going up against this pig. Pig copter? I don't know. I don't know what they call it. Yeah, even though I'm a big fan of Rocket Knight, you know, I can't remember what everything's called. It's been a long time, guys. You know, and it's not as popular as everything else. Very simple, just attack the weak point. Oh, dang it. Mistime that. Anyway, at least I got full health now, so got a little more margin for error now. But yeah, a lot of these kind of like bosses go in phases. Let's make sure to just not get hit by the main body of the enemy. Oh, here. As it teleports around. That's the first section taken care of. Hello. And we got the main body of the ship. That's taken care of. But it's not over yet. It's still got its head! And it transforms into this weird ass thing, and now we're back in space. So yeah, you just dodge its attacks. where if you have been paying attention, you kind of like know what you're doing. Then he sends out that drone, that kind of like laser beam, tracker laser beam thing, and then it bounces the ball back and forth to play around with its weak spot, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. And there's no real way of like well, not to my knowledge, making this boss any faster, like beating this boss any faster, like with any like techniques or whatever. Just make sure to keep out of its way. I think it's like 4 attacks. Like 4 attacks to the ball, and that'll do it. In hard, anyway, that's for sure. Don't know about any other difficulties. You actually got hit by the ball. Ah! To victory! Oh dear. Yeah, so we're gonna be beating this very shortly. And this, well, we had the Death Egg, and we had the Death Star, and then the Death Egg. Now we have the Pig Star. Yep, Pig Star. It's like, we got Pig Star. We got Pig Star. Sorry. So you would think that this is the final boss, but I was gonna say that ain't the final boss yet, and plus he's a robot. Go. That's that taken care of. Or that's the Emperor taken care of. But really, that's not the end. For you see, he has many clones. Now we could go around, we could go and take care of them, but they're very annoying to take care of, so we just gotta bypass them all. And by getting through that section, we got to go up against Axel Gear. Mono and mono. He pretty much has the same attacks as you. Spins around a lot. You can block his projectile. But essentially just get a hit in. There we go. Keep attacking them, keep attacking them. I don't know if this actually does anything, because obviously we got the next phase of this fight. Because it's not just simply just one phase. Taking care of these. Yeah, he's got these mini missiles and then a couple of charge attacks to him. He loses all of his mini missiles. And then he comes back with his charge attack. His spinning charge attack. His Axel Excel, if you like to say. But just keep charging up your rocket pack, and there we go. Boom! He's done! And of course you were given like 3 bars to hold on to if you ever kind of like fell back. But of course there's just an empty void. Obviously vacuumous space and all that jazz. There we go, that's that section now. Now we got this one where we have to go through these guys. And 2 charge shots will take care of them, but well, it can be a little cumbersome. I think it's like a direct, like a ricochet shot is not as powerful as a direct shot. Just ricocheted into the teleporter and boom. And then we got this section here with the anti-gravity springs. And if you jump and then rocket boost, that'll get you up to these goodies. There we go at the 200,000 mark. Don't know what the best score is. There you go. And once you've done this, this is the final boss. The main computer to the pigsty. Yep. Yeah. Yep. So now you know where its weak point, you know what its weak point is. Now it's got to show you its attacks. Yeah, instead of just like bouncing around and whatnot. You got those electrodes to ring stars, or ring stars, rinkus. They'll do an attack. Now, the best thing to do is like jump into the air. Like jump up and around it. So that way the chances of it like producing an attack, you know, out of, you know, up in the air more so than on the ground and whatnot. Yeah. Always stand on this section here. Get ready to jump over because this is a new attack. You can either point down, you know, rocket down or rocket diagonally into those. Fairly simple. And Titan's Creed said that he was never able to finish Rocket Knight Adventures. Done. Or was it he couldn't complete Rocket Knight Adventures? I mean, Granted, I couldn't complete Rocket Knight Adventures on its hardest difficulties, so maybe that's what. Or potentially. By the way, if you want to see Titan's Creed be awesome at well, at least the sequel to Rocket Knight Adventures, Sparkster Rocket Knight Adventures 2 for the Mega Drive and Genesis, then you can go watch his playthrough with Sonic Yoda for Sega Driven. And with that, we escaped the Pigstar, with something else escaping from the Pigstar as it's exploding. It's like, what was that other thing that just escaped? Oh no. It's not over! Ah! So yes, the computer is back, and you have no way of attacking, but you can dodge. All you can do is move. Yeah. So you just move out of the way. Just make sure that you're moving in conjunction with where the thing is, like the Pigstar computer is launching its attacks. Like that diving attack. There, obviously you have to be very knowledgeable of where that'll end up attacking. And boom! We're burning into the atmosphere. Back into the atmosphere. Of course, that means that that thing is toast! And that is donezo, because when you play it on easy, it just cuts to this scene here. And then it ends, I think. I think it has this cutscene here, and then it ends. Whereas in hard, you have that little final encounter with the Pigstar computer. Have that cutscene of us making it back safe. And then, this scene here, where we've rescued the princess and brought her back to the king. But Sparkster's not like any of those other, noble knights where they, once they've saved the princess, they have to marry the princess. Nah. Sparkster's off on his next adventure to serve the kingdom and protect the weak and so on and so forth. And that's Rocket Knight Adventures, guys. I know it was a very short playthrough for us to go through, but I just wanted to play this game. I love it so much. I really wanted to play it here on Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays, and for you guys, watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, because I thoroughly enjoyed playing Rocket Knight Adventures here on Twitch, and for Last Minute Continue. I even forgot to talk about the music. I forgot. It's like, because the music is just so awesome. Well, no, the boss music, the level music, the starting music, the first levels, the first stage music, that triumphant kind of like 16-bit, kind of like kind of like percussion, as you can say. It's awesome. It was just awesome. And this final credits scene, like the credits. In fact, again, if you play it on easy, you don't get credits, I believe. I don't think you get credits when you play it on easy, or beat it on easy. But yeah. What can I say? I just love this game so much. I mean, granted, I'm not an expert at the game, but by God, I love it. It's one of the most underrated games of all time. It's like one of the most underrated kind of games that was part of that stigma of, you know, animal mascot games. But this was an animal mascot game that was awesome! And also had a really good pedigree of, like, a great pedigree of programmers to this game. Because, what was it? The team leader, I believe, for this was the same guy who did Contra 3 and Contra Hard Corps, or Hardcore. Hardcore's Corps in for the Mega Drive and whatnot. And he fucking that team knocked it out of the park with this game. Granted, there's a couple of flaws that many people will probably, you know, talk about. But fuck it. Fuck it. It's awesome. Fucking awesome. Anyway. And this is what you get when you beat it on hard mode. You get an extra, you get, you know, a code to enter at the during the Konami screen sequence. And you just, for very hard mode, you put in down 6, up 2, down 2. So it's pressing down on the D-pad 6 times, then up 2 times, and then down 2 times. And then the one that I talked about earlier at the start of the playthrough, that was for crazy hard, like I said. Whatnot. Anyway. And that was Rocket Knight Adventures. Buy it! Just get it! Get yourself a Mega Drive, buy this game, and play it! Play it! Play it!